Hi everyone, my name is Laura Lovelace and this video is going to give you a quick tutorial on contouring and highlighting. There's a few different ways to achieve this look. We do have a sculpting trio, which is going to give you your sculpt color, your contour color, and your highlight color. But if you don't have that, then you can use some of the products that you already do have. You can use concealer, bronzer, and angelic mineral pigment, which is what I'm going to do today. All right, so I've already got my entire face done, and as you can see, I need a little bit of color here. So we're going to start with our bronzer. You're going to take just a little, just dab your brush on. Don't go like that because it'll just go all over the place. What's fantastic about our bronzers is they're baked, and they're baked with a bunch of minerals and vitamins and just deliciousness that your skin is just going to soak up while you're wearing it. So you're nourishing your skin as you're wearing, which is awesome. So to find where to sculpt, you want to go underneath your cheekbone, right? So you can feel where your cheekbone is, but a good way to decide where to put it is to actually make the fish face. So go ahead and make your fish face. And then you're going to do, so from about mid to top of your ear down towards the middle of your mouth. Like so. And don't be afraid of it because we're going to blend. So really get it on there. We have 3 different shades of bronzer to match whichever skin tone you have. I am using Sunset. This is the lightest shade of bronzer. And you want to use an angled brush, a blusher brush. And then go under your jawline and blend down. This is going to make a defined jawline. Going to give you that sculpted jaw. Okay. And the next thing you want to do is your forehead. So if you have a larger forehead, you're going to want to sculpt all around the top with your bronzer, okay? If you have a smaller forehead, just do about here down. So you don't need to do your entire forehead. I'm going to go ahead and do my entire forehead. What this does is you're creating shadows, which is going to pull that area back and bring the lighter parts forward. Okay. So it gives the illusion of a smaller forehead. And don't worry, we're gonna blend. So you're essentially making a figure 3, right? So just keep the figure 3 in mind when you're doing this. Figure 3, okay? Now, to add some definition to the front of your face, to make a poutier lip, this is all optional, you do not have to do this. To make a poutier lip, kind of go on the edge of your brush there and just go under your lip. Just like so. Like that. See? And it darkens this area, forcing it back, which is forcing your lip forward. And then for your nose, if you want to thin out your nose, and I'm just using product on the edge of the brush, go down the side of your nose. Oops, I did it the wrong side this time. Let's see how we're going to do that. And I like to bring it up to my eyebrow because it kind of just continues that line. And you can do as much or as little as you like. If you already have a thinner nose, you're probably not going to need to do this. And then just do a little underneath right there. So you can already see some of the definition that's happening here, right? We've already created some depth. Next, what you're gonna do, take your concealer and you're gonna use one of your blending buds, but you're gonna use it a little bit wet. So you can spray it with your rose water, or just get it a little bit damp with some water. Take your concealer, and then for this, you want to use a concealer that is slightly lighter than your base shade. So my base shade, I'm actually using the BB cream in the color Cream, and my concealer is Scarlet. Okay? And then blend. So what you're doing is you're creating a lighter space, which is going to pull it forward. And you're going to do this V section of your under eye. Careful not to cover up the bronzer, but if you do, that's okay. We'll just add it back. And then kind of sweep it up, like so. And do the bridge of your nose. And then kind of an upside down V on your forehead. And then I like to do my chin, but if you have a protruding chin, you can put bronzer here and it'll pull it back. And then in between the bronzer and your cheekbone, your jawline, I'm gonna get just a little bit more here. All right. So we're looking a little crazy, right? That's okay. We haven't blended yet. All right. So your next step is going to be blending. So let's go ahead and do that. And the way you can do that is with a powder. So take your, any powder that you have. I have a mineral powder that I'm using. And just do an overall finish. Okay, so you can see up here it didn't blend as much. Seriously, just use your fingers. Your fingers can be a fantastic blending tool. Okay, there we go. So you're also going to want to add your blush. So before we do our highlights, let's go ahead and use our blush. Now the blush is going to go on your actual cheekbone. So it's going to go above your bronzer line, right? Like so. And you can bring it onto the apples of your cheek as well. Application of blush can be a personal preference, and then it can also have to do with the shape of your face. And then just blend it out. So you've got some definition here with your bronzer. And you've got your blush to give you a little more color. We did our concealer to give a little bit of highlight. And then the final highlighting is going to be done with our mineral pigment. Angelic is a great color for this because it just gives a nice little shimmer. You can also use the mineral pigment Sexy as well, but I find that Angelic is just perfect. So I'm using my highlighting brush, and I've got the pigment in the cap here. I'm just going to put it on, and then this is going to go on the tippy top of your cheekbone. So just before, there's this, for me anyway, there's this section of my cheekbone right here that sits there right before it dips into my eyeball socket. So that's where you're going to want to put it. And if you can't find that area, just go above your cheek, above your blush. And what this is doing is it's making an illusion that light is hitting your face. More so than it is, right? So you have the highlight on the very tip of your cheekbone, so you can see it there, so it gives the illusion of a very high cheekbone. Then you also want to do the bridge of your nose, the tip of your nose, above your eyebrows. That'll help bring out your eyebrows, your eyebrow bone. And then I just like to do a little bit right there, not a lot. And then my favorite part, your Cupid's bone, your Cupid's bow. So I do this with the tip of my finger actually. So I'm gonna go in there, and then it's just right there at the top of your lip, like so. So you can definitely see the difference, right? So that is sculpting. Let me finish up with some lipstick. And you've got your full effect. So that is sculpting and contouring. If you have any questions, feel free, I am here for you. And if you found value in this video, please go ahead and share it or like it. And I really appreciate all your support. Thank you, bye.